In the vocabulary exercise, which is on page number 37, we have to write the words meaning. Sticky notes should be used here, and those sticky notes then should be pasted on the page number 37 where the exercise is given. Words and meanings. Words should be written on one side, meaning should be written on the other side. We have to deduce the meaning and confirm your meaning from the dictionary. The very first word here is oft. Oft is a very short form of often. Second word is never ending. Never ending means everlasting, continuing forever. Something which continues forever is called never ending. Then we have the word glee. Glee is used for great merriment or great happiness. The poet has used the term glee here in the poem. Glee means extreme happiness. Then we have fourth word, which is bliss. Bliss means a state of extreme happiness. When you are extremely happy, we say it's a bliss. It's a bliss. Bliss was the word which was used by the poet in the last stanza. Twinkle means shine or blink. Twinkling stars, we say blinking stars. Sparkling. Sparkling means shining with brilliant points of light like stars. Just like stars sparkles, so sparkles mean shine. Both of these are verbs. Twinkle is also a verb and sparkle is also a verb, but it can also be used as an adjective when we say sparkling stars. Stretch is stretch means occupy a large elongated area. Stretch means spread. They were stretched in never ending line. They were spread in never ending line, and this one is also used as a verb. It will also be used as a verb. This was all about the vocabulary exercise. Then we have the next exercise B. Can you tell which lines of the poem indicate these? Now this one should be done on the book with pen. You will be writing these on the book. The first one is comparison of daffodils with the stars. In which line of the poem the poet is making a comparison of daffodils with the stars? So it's very clear that in the first line of the second stanza, which is the seventh line of the poem, the poet is making a comparison of daffodils with the stars, that they shine like stars. So here the seventh line is the right option. Speaker's solitariness to that of cloud. Who is a speaker? Poet is a speaker. Solitariness means loneliness. So in which line of the poem the poet compares himself, his loneliness, with that of cloud? So definitely in the very first line the poet is saying, I wander lonely as a cloud. So here we will write the first line of the poem. Then we have comparison of daffodils to a crowd of people. In which line of the poem the poet is making a comparison with the crowd of people? When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Host shows the group of daffodils. So this is the fourth line of the poem in which the poet makes a comparison of daffodils with the crowd of people. Then comparison of daffodils to dancing humans. Now the poet is frequently making a comparison of daffodils with the dancing human, and he is frequently using the personification of dance, and he is personifying the daffodils by saying that they are dancing and they are sprightly dancing. So this is first of all the sixth line, we can say the last line in the second stanza, where the poet is making it's in the sixth line here, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. In this line the poet is making a comparison, dancing in the breeze, the daffodils were dancing. And in the 12th line, sprightly dance, tossing their heads in a sprightly dance. So here the poet is again saying that they were dancing, and there is a sprightly dance of the daffodils. So these are the two lines, 6th and 12th line, where the poet is making a comparison of daffodils with the dancing human. This was all about the vocabulary exercise B. Then we have the C exercise that should also be done on the book. Which word of the poet means the same as? Number of daffodils. Now here we are given the meanings actually, and we have to pick the words which are used in the poem and which are the words which means the same as these meanings. Fine. For suppose there is the number of daffodils given over here. So for the number of daffodils, which word the poet is using in the poem? So for the last number of daffodils, the poet is using a host of golden daffodils. So definitely here we will be writing a host, which means as number of daffodils. Then there you might have a word glimpse given over here. If not, then make a correction, write down glimpse over here, and then we will be putting a meaning that for